So we are moving on to lesson 2.7, which is all about reaching consumers and the elusive fan. So the objective for today is to identify the 7 characteristics of the elusive fan. So there is a classic sports marketing book entitled The Elusive Fan, which was published to examine the volatility of the sports and entertainment marketplace and the challenges today's sports business professionals face. Here is just an excerpt from The Elusive Fan. It's an October Saturday in Chicago. On television are 2 MLB playoff games, 2 preseason NBA games, 14 college football games, 5 golf tournaments, an AHL game, an international horse race, 2 NASCAR races, and 8 soccer matches. The University of Illinois and Northern Illinois University football teams and the AHL's Chicago Wolves have home games. Hawthorne Race Course has a full card, and there's harness racing at Balmoral Park. There are 29 high school football games and the final round of the Boys and Girls Illinois High School State Championship golf tournaments. Youth and recreational league games are also being played in every community of the Chicago area. What about the Chicago Bulls, Bears, Blackhawks, and Northwestern Wildcats? The Bulls played at home last night. The Bears played at home tomorrow. The Blackhawks are away, and the Wildcats had their mid-season bye. Of course, this does not include the hundreds of satellite television channels broadcasting soccer, rugby, or cricket games all over the world. The millions of sports websites with fantasy games, insider information, and gamecasts, and a wide variety of increasingly realistic sports video games. So the primary challenge for today's sports entertainment business professional is capturing consumer interest and building loyalty once that connection has been made. So why is loyalty important? Most marketers follow the widely accepted 20-80 rule. 20% of customers account for 80% of company sales. For example, fans of Lord of the Rings trilogy will see The Hobbit in theaters whether or not the film receives positive reviews. Many fans from around the world actually camped out for it in costume for the movie's premiere in New Zealand. And an excerpt from a Forbes article on NHL fan loyalty suggests that from marketing perspective, loyalty, because it's a leading indicator of positive consumer behavior correlating highly with viewership, licensed merchandise sales, and, to a more or lesser degree, attendance, represents the ultimate trophy a sports marketer can win. According to the study referenced in the Forbes story, here are the most and least loyal fans in the NHL. So the most loyal are the Chicago Blackhawks, New York Rangers, the Boston Bruins, San Jose Sharks, and St. Louis Blues. Whereas the least loyal NHL fans, with the number 1 being the least loyal, is the New York Islanders, the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Phoenix Coyotes, the Winnipeg Jets, and the Buffalo Sabres. Because NASCAR fans are among the most loyal brand loyal, in all of sports, more Fortune 500 companies invest in NASCAR marketing programs than any other major sports property. According to Steve Phelps, Chief Marketing Officer for NASCAR, we have the most brand loyal fans in all of sports. More than 3 out of 5 avid NASCAR fans agree that even in tough economic times, they will continue to support NASCAR sponsors over other brands. And because loyalty is so important, many sports and entertainment organizations implement loyalty programs to reward core customers. In 2014, the New York Jets introduced a new loyalty rewards program for their season ticket holders, giving away items and experiences in exchange for points earned in several different ways, from attending games to causing opponents false starts. Hoping to create more brand loyalty among consumers, Sports Authority, a sporting goods retailer, which I don't think is actually a thing anymore, launched a rewards program named The League The program provides members with benefits like cash back on purchases, member-only in-store events, and a birthday reward. In 2015, the Jacksonville Jaguars launched a rewards program that provided loyal fans with cash back on purchases, exclusive discounts available only to loyalty program members, and drawings to win prizes like a trip to the Super Bowl. Here's an example of that. So some challenges for today's sports business professionals. New and emerging sports and entertainment offerings keep the marketplace in a constant state of competition and evolution. So Nike recently announced that its action sports division is the fastest growing category within the Nike brand. The company anticipates doubling its current estimated $390 million by 2015. I don't know what, 2014. Many industry analysts are beginning to ponder the growth potential of cricket in the U.S. The American College Cricket Championship began in 2009 with just 5 participating colleges, but has quickly grown to nearly 70 affiliated colleges. And the International Cricket Council reported that over 1 billion people tuned in to watch India take on Pakistan during the 2015 Cricket World Cup. Joe Favorito, a long-time and well-respected industry expert, put it this way in a blog post. On April 2nd, it generated 45% of all page views on ESPN's mobile platform, and over 1 million views in the U.S. alone. Its final was watched not by millions, but by billions around the world. And its professional league, which started just days after its international final, saw sellout crowds, waves of blonde-haired cheerleaders, and loud music. It is also the subject of one of the most talked about documentaries of the upcoming Tribeca Film Festival. No, it's not football or baseball or NASCAR or even soccer or the X Games, and it's not Charlie Sheen. It is cricket, and while it's still not registering in mainstream America or with the media, it is becoming a bigger player on the global sports landscape than ever before. Should we care in North America? The numbers say yes, we should. ESPN's Action Sports X Games franchise's consumer products and licensing businesses does more than $120 million in retail sales each year. In a sport once publicly denounced by Senator and former president candidate John McCain, mixed martial arts has gained mainstream appeal. The sport is now sanctioned in every state with an athletic commission except New York, which Dana White, president of the UFC, is still working on. UFC's pay-per-view audience surpassed boxing and World Wrestling Entertainment for the first time in 2006 and has been on top ever since. UFC events are now being broadcast to 500 million homes worldwide, but Dana White recently stated that he is working on deals that would double that number in the near future. And participation in the sport of lacrosse grew by more than 5.5% in 2012, according to the annual participation survey conducted by U.S. Lacrosse, released in 2013. The U.S. Lacrosse Report found over 722,000 players competed on organized teams in 2012. By comparison, U.S. Lacrosse first began tracking overall participation in 2001 when just 253,931 people played on organized teams. So now we are getting into examining the elusive fan. Many factors impact a consumer's decision to participate in sports and entertainment. Primary influencers are money and time, and other factors can include personal issues like spending time with family, camaraderie among friends, and relaxation. Innovation, enhancement of the overall fan or consumer experience, and careful market research become essential components of marketing plans and strategies. According to the book An Elusive Fan, it is divided